You attract your life experiences through the interactions of your strongest beliefs, emotions, and actions.
This sounds like you went to a black Chinese food restaurant. You opened all of the cookies, dog.
All the cookies.
All of the cookies. Bring me a plate of orange chicken, chow mein, and 30 of your finest cookies. What is this?
Here's the one that I'll just pause there.
And it's no shade at him. It's no shade at him.
You attract your life's experiences through the interactions of your strongest beliefs, emotions, and actions. I'll just stay with that one alone.
Repeat it one more time because I'm
You
slow.
attract your life's experiences through the interaction of your strongest beliefs, emotions, and actions.
Sure. Okay.
Do you believe that to be true? Let's just look at this one.
I attract my
You,
life's
you
experiences
attract your life's experiences
through my
your
strongest belief.
interaction through
Yeah,
your interaction with your strongest beliefs,
with my interaction.
emotions, and actions.
You know what you just defined? Priorities. Like what you just defined in essence is I'm going to make a basic ass, checklist, and this is what I'm going to prioritize today, tomorrow, 2 months from now.
Right, but the point is you attract your life's experiences by doing that.
Yes.
So what it means to me is, so here's what I'm processing around this person's philosophy in terms of approach of life, because he also is a person who will say that life, again, I'm a believer, but this is, again, I listen to different philosophies.
Sure.
Life is meaningless. His philosophy is life is meaningless. We ascribe meaning to it. So
See, that's an interesting
an
thing. Go ahead.
incident that happens isn't good or bad. We are the ones that determine the meaning to the incident. The incident in itself is not a good or a bad thing. We are the ones that determine whether or not we think it's good or bad. And the thing that he also said is that anytime there's something that you feel strongly about,
Mhm.
and let's say you get in an argument, and in the argument you start behaving and acting that's just like you're out of character. You're like, man, why'd I even go there? Right?
Sure.
When you have any of those experiences, he said the thing, what you must ask yourself is, what do I believe must be true for me to react or respond the way that I am? And ever since I heard that, every conversation that I have, as soon as like I start having a feeling, and like whether it's like my blood or just temperature is raising, or like I feel like I'm getting
Yeah.
more passionate,
Yeah.
I'm starting to stop myself and say, okay, Sam, what's the fundamental thing that you believe is true that is triggering
That's
your
going to tell
reaction
you this
in
to
this
react this way.
conversation?
Yes.
Because I don't have to respond this way, right? Like it could all just be a theoretical exercise, but now I'm emotionally involved. Why? Why am I emotionally involved in this conversation? What do I believe is true that is now engaging an emotional response to it? And when I explore that, it's like, is that truly what I believe? Or
Mhm.
if it's something that was given to me to believe, and so I'm running with it. And the reason I'm talking about this is when I think about the opportunities that we have in front of us, as you and I look at each other right now on a live feed while we're thousands of miles away, two black men growing up in the same neighborhood that are now thousands of miles away, raising a family, understanding sort of like what we are trying to achieve on behalf of our family, right? What tools we have to obtain those things. I'm recognizing that I can choose to either be consumed with things that will hinder me from getting there because they exist. So it's not that they don't exist, but I can choose to focus on the things that will or could stop me from achieving what I want to achieve, or have a mindset in terms of focusing on just going after what it is that I want, knowing regardless of things that could stop me from getting there, it would still have to be what I would have to believe to be true, right? And so if I can actually have control and agency of that, then it's like there's a world where I can navigate a lot of things if I can hone in on in the moment how to change a perspective in real time that allows me to have an advantage and not be disadvantaged based off of a belief system that I'm choosing to have. Because again, the scenario in itself isn't good or bad for me, but I can choose to look at it in a way
No, I
where
understand.
it's beneficial.
I
But I
understand.
can also choose to look at it in a way where it isn't beneficial.
Right.
And it's based off of a belief system somewhere in there. And so if I can learn how to manipulate that piece within how I start to engage the world, then I feel like it could put me in a driver's seat to truly attract the experiences through my strongest beliefs. If my strongest belief becomes I have the ability to understand how everything in life could be to my advantage, if that becomes my core belief, then why wouldn't I be able to attract those life experiences through that? Right. And if my emotions are now tied to the idea that I have the ability to look at anything in life
And
and
recontextualize
describe
it.
the value of it.
Yeah. You're a similar, may not be apples to apples, but a similar kind of conversation happened in Malcolm Gladwell's book, David and Goliath.
I love Malcolm Gladwell.
So have you read that book in particular?
No, I haven't, but thank you for giving me that title.
So David and Goliath.
That's how, just sorry to stop you. That's
Please.
part of Sam's community is part of Malcolm Gladwell had a quote that said, I started with a clean sheet of paper and reimagined the world. And that's how we came up with the idea of Sam's community. We just we just reimagined the world, and this is what we came up with.
Check out our new show, Processing with Sam and Malik. Wednesday nights on YouTube, 10 o'clock Eastern Time. Just go to Sam's 2 Community.